We've waited all year to set the Final Four heading to Miami. The 4 drivers that will race for a championship. We know 2 of them. 2 more will be set out here.
Yeah, there's so much pressure on the drivers, and there's an opportunity to win a championship, and that means the world. That's what you've worked your whole life to want to do, and it's right in front of you. But you got to make it happen this weekend, and I think that's what makes this weekend so compelling. Is that there's 6 drivers that can step up and make a career-defining moment. I mean, think about it. Denny Hamlin hasn't won a championship. He can make that happen. He can get himself one step closer this weekend by going and winning this race. And he might have to win it in order to make it happen, but there's a lot of guys in that same position.
That was going to be my question. So when you look at it, the points gap is real. It's not very close. Do you think that it comes down to Kyle Busch, Joey Logano not doing anything silly, forcing the 4 below the cut line to win?
So listen, this has not been Joey Logano's good racetrack. If you look at numbers and you look at the number of points that he's averaged in the last 5 races, it's not good. If he runs like that, Denny Hamlin could have a really good day and point himself in. Guess who, when practice started, Joey Logano went to the top of the board. He didn't end there, but he had a very fast race car. I think that changes the game for a lot of people. I don't think they were expecting that speed from him. Not only speed from him, but Ryan Blaney. He's fast. Ryan Blaney led this race late in the spring, had a chance to win this race, sat on the pole. We haven't talked a word about him winning this race. He could win this race.
So that's a lot about the playoff drivers. Let's take a second, though, and talk about the racetrack. I love this racetrack out here in the desert, a very odd-looking 1-mile racetrack, reconfigured a year ago. They moved the start-finish line. We saw 1 race there. Now that we're back a year later, the restarts can be crazy. The track is so challenging for both driver and crew chief.
Oh, my gosh, this racetrack has always been tough, right? I mean, it's never been an easy racetrack. Getting into now what is turn 3, if you don't do that right and you miss the bottom, you're done. There's lap time in that. There's a way for a guy to nudge underneath you, kind of get the right front fender on you, move you out of the way. 1 and 2 now. They've put.
He's got to get those back all weekend.
I am. So I still get Darlington back messed up, so surely I'm going to get Phoenix. So, they put the traction compound down. I don't think it's going to be a factor in 3 and 4, but in 1 and 2, I think it is. I think the groove will open up, and there will be 3 grooves wide there. Who is that going to benefit?
Right.
We don't know. They don't know. It's never been done here before. That just adds another variable.
All right, so you said who real quick. I know we don't need all your picks. The 1 driver you absolutely will start in your fantasy lineup.
I'm going to have to start Denny Hamlin. I just cannot see how they can come to a short track with Denny Hamlin as a driver, with all the momentum they had. I just don't see how they can't come here and run well.
It hasn't been Kyle Busch's year here in the playoffs, but I'm definitely starting Kyle Busch. His numbers at Phoenix are outstanding. The most important thing is, though, tune in. It's going to be a great race, and remember to set your fantasy lineup.